behave as if these flowers are just a concept in our mind? Do we behave on that like that?
We do behave.
We do?
Both.
Right. So flowers is a
also the idea that flowers carry in our mind.
Okay, here's a question. Is beauty a concept?
Gift is a concept.
Right, okay.
You know,
Right.
okay.
Let's say that we see these flowers as beautiful. If they are, do we interact with them understanding that beauty is a concept in our mind? Is that how we behave when we see something attractive? Do we?
I think it's out there.
Don't we behave as if the beauty is there? Don't we? So we don't behave according to our intellectual understanding that beauty is just a concept in our mind. That's the problem.
Why not?
We
We do.
do? You never get attached to anything?
No, of course they do.
So when you get attached,
It's not only this or that.
but when you get attached, aren't you seeing the attractiveness in the object? The beauty's in the object?
Too, but it's,
Oh,
it's a
so
complex
is
thing.
the beauty's in the object or is it in the mind?
I'm just saying that there is also concepts that we have in our mind that it's not locatable. That you said that where is this me?
Sure.
It's
So
not necessarily a third thing.
Exactly. So what I'm suggesting is that yes, we have often good concepts, but our concepts, our intellectual understanding is often not driving our behavior. That's the problem. We need to bring these ideas into experience. That's what Vipasana practice is all about. So yes, you may have an idea that the me is a concept in the mind, but is that how we are basing our behavior? I think not. I think we're basing our behavior, there's a me here. I want that. That's how we behave. So often then, that's the thing, is our concepts often, if we're thinking quite well, are often very good concepts, but they're not affecting our life because they're just intellectual ideas. We need to bring them into experience. So this is what Vipasana practice is about, is to bring that intellectual idea into direct experience, to directly see, me is just a concept. Then things will change in our life. Very good. Anything else? Yeah.
At this meditation session, I think the first time I decided, so I meditate about a feeling of me, and finding what is me, and at some point it wasn't a struggle at all.
It wasn't a struggle.
It wasn't a struggle, like it always feels to me, and it was like on one side I was completely concentrated, like it felt the things that are going on, and on the other side I felt completely uninvolved.
Uninvolved.
Uninvolved, like it's not.
No sense of a separate me, an agent.
Like I was just feeling. I didn't feel like I need to do something or to feel something. Well, and it was something like between dreaming and feeling and being awake and something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I never felt it before.
Very good. We're going to talk about this tomorrow.
Okay.
This is coming up tomorrow, this point.
As I understood, Buddha, he said, don't believe until you
Experience.
you recognize or you experience.
Yeah, correct.
So my question is, when we meditate, you put some fact and you say, okay, now meditate about impermanence. Yeah? But maybe there is something that is permanent. So
Then we look.
So we have to
Look. Yeah, you look. You look in the body. Is there anything permanent, unchanging in the body? You look directly, in your direct experience. That's what we're doing. That's why we're scanning the body to see what's going on in the body. Is it impermanent or is there something that's unchanging in the body? So we need to look directly in our direct experience.
Actually, in this meditation, I can feel some things are changing in the body, but I can see also some things that are not changing.
Like?
Like the shape of my
shape. You can, when you're scanning the body, you can experience the shape of your leg.
No, but I can feel, let's example, my heart beating.
Right. Isn't there constant change going on there?
It's beating all the time.
The same? Every beat's the same? Quite the same. Similar, but maybe not the same. Yes. So, see, this is the point here, is that, as I mentioned, our sense faculties are not finely developed, meaning that visually it seems like things are not changing. And through the other senses also we can get this, but from a scientific viewpoint where they fine-tuned the instruments, they can see it at an atomic level. There's just change going on. So, you know, they've got fine-tuned instruments, our eyes are not, but in meditation we can fine-tune the mind, particularly through the shamatha practice, and we can start to experience things at a more deeper level. Then we can be like the instruments of physics, and we can start to see this changing all the time. So we can then experience that ourselves. So that's what we're sort of trying to get to, hopefully. Okay, last question, then tea break.
But like, I feel that there's the body and the sensations of the body that are just flickering, usually, different flickerings. But then there is like mind, great concepts, and is not really interconnected and has different language.
What's not interconnected?
I mean, like the mind creates concepts. It can move. It can be felt here, there, everywhere, nowhere. And then there's flickering. By doing Vipasana, I'm seeing the flickering of reality. But my mind, I feel it has a different language.
So you don't see, if you change your focus from the body to just look at your own mind, there's not flickering going on in the mind?
Of course there is. And there's no location, but I'm just saying that, like, looking at the body and looking for the mind, well, I think I understand that, like, there's no me. It's like, it's in a different realm than the body, I feel. Right,
but again, oh, you mean you easily discount the fact that the me is in the body?
Yeah,
that's
like,
your point?
Of course, it's like, it feels like when I'm looking for me, it's like fake hide and seek. It's like, of course, me is not here or there or everywhere. It's like, you understand?
But if you hurt your twist your ankle,
so
don't you say I am hurt?
I would conceive it as hurt, but if I would...
Don't you say I'm hurt?
But then you reaffirm by checking inside there's no me hurt.
Okay, but then I say, how tall are you? Don't you say I'm 1 meter 85?
So you're saying, okay, so where is this me? But what about, is where the question? Is where at the body the right question? When I'm checking for myself, is where the right question?
Yeah, because we have. I mean, like if someone is, for example, if someone is verbally criticizing you, we often have a strong sense of me somewhere here. The me that's being criticized. So is there a me being criticized here somewhere? Because that's where we identify me as the me that's being criticized is here. Is there a me here that's being criticized?
Okay, I get
so instinctively we have that sense, but like you said, intellectually when we look, we go, of course there's no me there. I mean, there's just ribs and organs, and of course I'm not there. That's intellectual.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, let's have a tea break, 20-minute tea break, and we'll come back at 3. And then just 1 or 2 more things I want to talk about. There's 3 marks, and then we're going to go into the emptiness story. That's where it gets interesting. Spooky.